Hi and welcome to the channel. This is Tyra. I haven't filmed since May. Life just got in the way, I think. Um, we've just been really busy again. Nothing, nothing bad, nothing. Yeah, it's just been full of things. We've started CrossFitness. I wanted to lose some weight, so did my husband. And so at the moment we are at CrossFitness 1 hour at 5 days a week. So it's pretty intense, but it's also a really good benefit for both of us, and also for my son and my daughter, which comes along once in a while. It's a family membership we've had, and yeah, and then my son came home from school and started a new school. My husband is really busy at work. Yeah, so am I. And yeah, and my work has just been a turmoil, to say it at least. I everybody in my department, I'm the only one left, um, quit their job. So I am. I don't. I hope it's not me frightening them away, but I don't think so. And so it's just been really a turmoil, and yeah. I also had to think about what I wanted, if I wanted to stay and so on, because yeah. But so there's been lots of things going on. I think things are more or less quieting down. My work, there's some good people coming in, and I think I'm quite happy with what they want to try and accomplish. My husband is also finding his new role and what he's supposed to do and so on. So it's just, I think I have more surplus during the day now, that I think that I could start up filming again. So I hope I can get that in every month, once every month. So hopefully. Just saying, I'm hoping it. Just otherwise, it's not that I haven't stitched. I have stitched a bit. So I thought I would start up with showing with what I stitched during the couple of or this year, and then we can go over and see my whips. I don't know if I'm going to cut this up in a bit in some pieces, because otherwise it's going to be really, really long. And sometimes when they get so long, these videos, then when I see them, I lose patience at the end. So I think half an hour will be enough, and then cut the video and make a new part. So you can skip it as well and go on to whatever you think is the most exciting for you. And I will probably divide it over a couple of days. I have this week off, so that's really, really nice. Just promised to look if there was some really, really emergency things that needed to be taken care of. Then I've promised to read my emails and so on. So that's it. Yeah. So I hope you had all a really nice Christmas, and we did. It was beautiful. We were at home, so it was really, really good. Yeah, together with the grandparents and so on. So yeah. And my dad was doing fine. It's been 1 year since we lost my mom. But he was doing fine and went to my sister's for Christmas. So all in all, I think, yeah, it's just peace has just come in a bit now. So I hope, yeah, I have more surplus to do all of these videos. So, but let's take a look at what I've been working on, or what I've finished throughout, yeah, 2022. We're going into 2023. I can't believe it. So, but I think the first one is one that you saw before in my last video. Just let me. So I think she's now just been framed. I don't think I'm just going to. You've seen her framed, so she's the emerald mermaid from Mirabilia Nora Corbett, and I can just take you a bit closer. I hope that it's going to focus. Yeah, so you can see all of her beautiful beads. There's some really large ones on her. Here, those ones, they are quite large, and so are those. So there's some Karen water lilies in them. Mostly down here she has Karen water lilies, and yeah. So, but all in all, I framed her myself, just in a normal ordinary frame, because she's not that big, and without any glass on it, because I like to see the texture. And she hangs in our bedroom at the moment, in a spot where there isn't much sunlight and so on going in. So I hope that she's going to keep her colors. The fabric is from Crafty Kitten, as far as I remember, and she's not dying anymore. So you're not able to get it if you were interested. But she's really, really a beautiful mermaid, and she was lots of fun to do. She's a pretty quick stitch if you work only on that one. I think then you can do her within a month, and if you work on her a bit every day. Yeah, so she's beautiful. So that was my first one. Another one is hanging behind me here. She is also a Mirabilia, and this was a pattern that I bought off Amazon. No, not Amazon, eBay. And I don't think that this was a legit pattern, to be quite honest, because afterwards I saw that he had sold, I think it was coming from the Philippines or something. He had sold, or her had sold 78 of these patterns. It made no sense. So what I've done is I stitched it, sorry, but I did. And I threw out the pattern because I paid for it, and I know, but I can't get it anywhere, and I loved her. So I hope you can forgive me for stitching her, but yeah. I'm not going to buy any more from there. I know my lessons by now. So yeah. But this is her. She's touching the autumn sky. I use CXC threads for her. So I don't know. I'm a bit unsure if she's a bit different color than normal. And the fabric is from Fabric Fleur, I think it's called, and I think it's called Midnight. And I just found it to be really, really good for her swinging. And I was able to place her head in the moon. So yeah. But this is also a beautiful pattern. There's also not a lot, but there's quite a few beads on her as well. So yeah, she was also a lot of fun. She's behind glass now and hanging in my room, as you can see, in my stitching room. So those ones. What did I then work on? Yeah. I then worked on this one, which is a Mill Hill kit. Let's see if you can get a glimpse of it. This one was a lot of stitching. There's really a lot of beads in it, and both a lot of beads and a lot of stitching. Normally, I've heard people say that, oh, these Mill Hill pieces, they're quite small. This one was like huge, I think. It's almost full coverage. And yeah, so it took a while, and then make a boo-boo of it. I don't know if you can see it, but I counted one wrong here, so this arch is wrong. But after looking at after looking at it at a while, I thought that okay, it's going to be fine. Nobody will notice it in a distance, so I just let it be. So yeah, it is quite a beautiful piece, and I love all of the beads down here, which are set as flowers. And there's a little bird cage here, which is a button. So yeah, beautiful kit. And I didn't really there wasn't missing any threads or anything. There's always, with these Hills kits, there's always a lot of extra threads and so on. It's almost sometimes you feel like you could stitch two of them with the thread left over, and also a lot of beads left over. So no issues there. It's just me who can't count, but yeah. But a fun one. Highly recommend these Mill Hill kits, and this one is also very fun. It's you have all of these Christmas towns or Christmas houses, and this is a summer house instead of it, so it's really nice. So that's another one that I did. And this one was a totally new one. The same one was the mermaid. They were started in 2022 and finished in 2022. And also my Touching the Autumn Sky, the same thing, started and finished in 2022. I had promised myself not to start all of the things, but yeah, I did. But some of them got finished as well. I also worked on some of my my older pieces and finished a couple of those as well. No, I only finished one, I think. So I worked on, let's see if I can find it. I worked on this one, which is this way around. Not that it really matters. I think I need to get my head away so you can see it probably. Yeah. So this is Glendon Place, the Witch's Wheel, it's called. And yeah, really a fun piece. But one that I learned a lot of when I did it. I had some huge mistakes on it, and one of the really big mistakes on my part was that I was always told to start in the middle. But with this piece, I should have started with the circle. I should have made the circle first, the outline, and then made the the inner the inner of the circle, because I don't know if you can see it, but it's not lining up in the center up here and down here. I miscounted somewhere, and it took an effect on the entire piece. So it's nothing when you see it from afar. I don't think you're going to notice it. I don't think you're going to see that this is wrong, but when you get up close, you can see there's something weird with the lines on the fabric. So yeah, and this is one piece that I worked on a couple of years, and I was like finished with it, so I didn't want to do anything with it. There's a lot of beads on it. I don't know if you can see these. There's a lot of beads up here. And in here as well. So they're all over the place. And I love it still. I love the cats, the mouses, and the little spiders and so on. It's a really, really fun piece. But if you're going to make this one, start with the circle. Just saying, because it's, yeah, it has been, it was quite sad to see how it turned out, because I couldn't count. But that being said, still happy about it. I just need to find a frame for it at some point. One that, yeah. And the fabric is again, I think it's, this is a Lakeside needlecraft fabric. It's called Pumpkin Even Weave. So it's an even weave, it says on the side. So it's a really, but it's a really, really nice fabric. The ones on the one on the front is also really nice, and probably has a bit more grueling effect than mine. Mine is a bit more light colored, but I think that the beads and so on still comes into the right. So yeah, this took a long time for me to do. Apparently I don't think I'm too much of a sampler stitch. I don't know what to call it, but with all of these small animals and so on, and placing them correctly, and posing a bit of an issue for me. I apparently can't count too much, so and yeah, so, but I chose just to ignore it and and continue. My last piece, I'm just going to show. So I forgot totally about two of my finished pieces, which also was two that you didn't know about. They're small finishes that just were a bit of fun. I'm contemplating on doing a movie wall on above our TV, and I started the first piece and finished the first piece, and it's framed as well, and just forgot everything about it because it was standing on a shelf. But this is my first piece, and as you can see, it says, "Well, Clarice, have the lambs stopped screaming?" It's it's from Silence of the Lambs, if you know that movie. And yeah, I just thought that this was a really, really fun piece. I hope that you can get some of the glare out, but I don't think so. It's on a I think this is from Tom and Lily's creation. I think this fabric is from one of their grab bags, and as you can see, for the moment it's just been put in here because I'm not sure that this is the correct frame for it that I wanted to use, but I think I like it. It's a bit more, it's a classic frame. It's a bit gothic, and yeah, so it's just one fun of it. And then the other one is this is a pattern from Etsy. I think I found it, just if you were curious, and if you want to know the pattern, just let me know below and I will find it for you. The other one is also from Etsy, and this is a bit of a fun one. In English it says, I saw it, or I saw that, I think it says, and in Danish I've just translated it to "det så jeg," eller "det så jeg." And yeah, I think it's just so funny. I've been talking with my teenage son about him having it in his room. He doesn't want it. So at the moment it's in our yeah, at our dining table, and he's watching us every day. So we are behaving. So these are really, really fun. I'm not even sure that I just popped this one into a frame as well and just put some, yeah, tape behind it because, and I think this frame is a bit big from here for him, but yeah, it's good fun, and nothing more than that, nothing seriously, but I hope you like them. They're both from Etsy, so you can find the pattern there. Just let me know if you want one. So I love it. Last piece I finished last year, but I put the pearls on it this year, and oh, I'm trying to get out the glare, but it's impossible. Sorry if I take it up. No, doesn't work. This one is not stitched with the Valdani threads. It's stitched with some threads that I found to be close. The wings should have been stitched, I think, with some Kryneck. I found some other threads which I liked. So she's inspired by so she's inspired by the colors that Nora chose, but I have chosen my own, and I love her. She's very she's very autumnally like. Yeah, so she's also hanging in my room. Yeah, so I think this is all of my finish this year, and I think that I will make stop the first video here and then jump to another new video for you to see, and go through all of my WIPs and hopefully not be too long about it, but there are quite a few. I also have some kitted up, fully kitted kits. I have a lot of them at the moment, which I'm planning to do in 2023. But I also have one huge plan for 2023, which I will come into in the next video. So if you're new here and haven't seen me before, welcome. I hope that you like what you see. Please subscribe, because I think I'm all out of the algorithm. I don't think that my videos are being posted as one to see or something anywhere, because I haven't been on for quite a long time. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. So and please like my video, so I can get a bit more out there. And yeah, leave comments below if there's any questions, if you want some answers or something on some of those I've showed. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Take care and happy stitching.